Everybody, welcome back to Manor and Brass, episode 34 with me, Sid, and I am back from my holiday. Well, I'm not back from my holiday. I actually haven't even gone on my holiday at the time that I'm recording this. At the time you're watching this, I am back from my jollies. But at the moment, I'm actually 7 days away from going. So, yeah. Anyway, so last episode we built this thing, the old gold farm, and I've just changed up the AFK platform a wee bit, and we've fixed most of the problems. There is one problem we cannot fix. So if we come in this way, you'll see that there are a number of those little glow bum bug monsters over there. The zombie pigmen are doing their thing. Each side has got an array of golems on this side. Somehow he has survived. I do not know how. And he's despawned as well, just for good measure. Sometimes when you come down here, there is a reasonable amount of drops to pick up as well. And the odd time, you know, a critter does try and get me. However, also with the roses, that's how we're getting the guys with the backpacks, and this is working. The skeletons, the little baby skeletons, see these guys and just run straight off the edge and die at the bottom. Hence all of these little drops. They don't always run straight off. Sometimes they stop. But it doesn't usually matter, because eventually another skeleton will come over and get it in his head that he wants to attack the same golem and push the other one off. So it's about as good as we can do. I cannot figure out what these things want to attack other than me. These glow bugs. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I'll maybe have lost my connection. Yes. All right, I'll be back in a moment. All right. Yeah, not sure why that went. My internet I just saw my Gmail pop up and go, looks like you're offline. And I'm like, I wonder how long it's been before the rest of me goes offline. And clearly it wasn't very long. Anyway, let's leave this behind and go back to the storeroom, where we can drop off all of this. And if I look at gold, 631 blocks of gold. I've AFK'd for a couple of nights. It's not the fastest in the world, but I'll take it. You know, it's sorted out a problem. So I have been working on, and as I said last time, what I want to do is get to the point where I have more or less everything in about my person. So I have now got a backpack which is building resources rather than building blocks. There's a number of things in here which we will sort out and get these sorted out better. That, for example, can go, because I've been farming resources the old-fashioned way. So, for example, the stone and dirt has got, for the most part, 8 stacks of everything in it. If we just sort you by things, except for cobble, for which it has 2 stacks of, so no, 16 stacks. I haven't got any grass, because I don't think so. Maybe I should go and do that one. But we've got lots of spaces to fill up, some corals, just lots and lots of the blocks. And glowstone, I know technically wouldn't be something you class as stone and dirt, but you know, it has the word stone in it, so it fits. And we can put stairs in and stuff. But the idea is we'll have everything there. And similarly, if I go into my wood chest, I have been around collecting as much of each wood as possible. Some of them I have not got 512 of. Some of them I will probably never get 512 of. These Edelwood, for example, are an absolute pain. Cherry wood for Forbidden Arcanus, getting the big blocks like that, pain in the bum. So we may never get those, but that's fine. And we're still working on that. Plants, well, plants, I've gone with the idea of leaves, so I've gone and sheared a load, but unfortunately some of the leaves from other plants I can't shear using my Mana Steel shears. I have to use ordinary shears, so I need to go and do those. Netherwort, you know, anything that is planty based is in there, but not flowers. Flowers will have their own box. I'm going to have a redstone box, and it's going to have lots of things in it. I've got some redstone and stuff, but that's another piece. And then a create box is going to be all the create stuff. I made sure that I've got lots of materials, and if we take a trip over, and then the rest is that. If that is still for a farm that I am thinking about building. And you know, it will be a very big chest of bone meal when it's finished, but let's just take a little trip over here. I have, between episodes, also borrowed a boat and put in a small dock area down here, so this area is lit. It does need a little bit more decoration, but we're getting there. This is, you know, all grown up around the edges and is fully lit. So other than Chaos Reborn mobs, which do not respect light levels, or do not respect new light levels, shall we say. They respect old light levels, level 7, but they're not respecting the new light levels. So I have put a whole load of stuff in here, and that is currently bonking away. Under there is a chunk loader, so this is constantly loaded now, and we can basically take all of that. I'll leave those. I don't need. I've got 512 andesite alloy, and that will take me up to a lot of other stuff. We'll soon have copper, we'll soon have some gold, and we'll soon have some brass. So that is that right now where we're at. But this farming malarkey, right, making things to make all the things and pulling lots of stuff down, has got me. I've kind of got the bug. I've got the making the farms bug, which for most, certainly vanilla playthroughs, seems to be, you know, the default starting point of most people's Let's Play series, whereas mine is let's build something and then let's figure out how to farm everything later. So I mean, we've done a little bit. We've got the eggy farm over here. I can and feather farm, so you know they are doing their bit. It's not chunk loader, so it only works when they're here. These are not so much farms as just places to breed up the animals, but again, we could potentially put a milking station or something in there should we wish to. These farms are all manual and not particularly efficient. They're just farms. There's nothing fancy about them. But the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that there is a trapdoor here, and if you go into the trapdoor, damn it, did not wish to do that. If you come into the trapdoor, you'll come down into a small room, and there's some water, and there is a mechanical bearing, and above me here is a water wheel that's going round and round. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the edge, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the edge, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the edge. So clearly this is a farming area. And then what I have done is this all exists inside a single chunk. So, hey, this goes down. I've replaced all the walls with cobbled deep slate, just so everything's nice and solid, and it goes all the way down to bedrock. There is an iron ore vein thing there, and I'll let that in just so I can always get to it. There's actually another one further up, but I've got so much iron I don't really need it. I was just interested by it because I haven't seen many of those personally. But yeah, all the way down to bedrock. This is all unspawnable and gives me a lot of room for a lot of farmage, albeit small farms that are chunk loaded and will run pretty much constantly. I'm not going to run them all off of the single water wheel. I'll run maybe a dozen or half a dozen off a water wheel, then run another one. Partially because when you turn the water wheel off, it wrecks your farm. It wrecks the bit that it's under, that it's farming. So that can be a pain. But the plan here is to, start off with, I'm going to have multiple layers. They'll come down and the little kissy kiss interface will come out here. It will squirt them out and then it will drop them down to a collector right at the bottom, and everything will go into an ender chest and back into the storeroom. That's the plan. And the plan also here is to farm pretty much everything I can farm with Create, I should say. There might be a few other things. Pumpkin and melon farm Create doesn't like, so I'll have to probably use a vanilla model for that. So what we are going to do is I'm going to pull myself a few resources together, but I am going to need to start off with 4 harvesters and 4 saws for each level of my sugarcane and cactus farm. And I'm going to need sand, I'm going to need building materials, glowstone. I've got obviously most of those on me, but I will go off and then we're going to also include ladders, so this thing can always do. But ultimately what we're going to end up with is hopefully a very large store of, well, not a very large store, because I mean, how many pumpkins will I ever need? How many carrots will I ever need? How many things? But what we'll do is we'll put in a sophisticated storage chest. We'll give it a stack upgrade, probably to either gold or diamond, so it's either 8 or 16 times. A compacting upgrade, so all of the wheat gets compacted into bales, and the bales are what we'll store. And everything, almost everything else compacts as well in one way or another. Some things don't, but that's fine, because again, how many cacti will I need? I mean, if I have 8 or 16 stacks of cactus, that will be more than enough. So I'm going to pull together some bits and pieces, and I shall be back in a moment. Incidentally, I have discovered something. This thing, these elytra, I actually don't need. The armour, the bit that says advanced flight, that's flight. This is what the armours give you that give you flight. This is advanced flight. It's built into my armour. So that explains. I was been wondering why I kept on going into the fly mode, elytra fly mode, when I wasn't wearing it, and I finally took the elytra off of me, took them away from my inventory completely, and yeah, I don't need. I do, however, need an iron sheet. And there's some super glue, lovely, right? Blue, blah, blah, blah. I could do with some beams as well. Let me just have a look. Beam. And I'd like spruce. Okay, so I need some spruce. I've got spruce in my thing, but I should also have a reasonable amount of spruce here, which I can quickly strip. Love that feature. I just wish you could do a stack at once. Still, mustn't be ungrateful. And then we're going to convert you into beams, which gives me 64. That's my things. And then I just need a chest. That will do. And I could do with with an ender chest or two. So I need one. I need another. Am I out of blaze rods? Damn it. Okay. Three levels. I'll soon get them back. Killing blaze. Definitely sharpness. Okay, that's all right. Just he didn't seem to be doing a great deal of damage. Back off. The only way these things can hurt me is if they physically give me a touchy. Okay. Yeah, and I have also already used up one of. I made some more Mofford because I ran out, but auto feeding for the win. Come on, one more round, I think. There we go. Let's go back to the story. I'll spend the levels. It's not like I'm poor. And we will grab a ender pearl. Take you. We're going to grab these. Obviously that needs a thing, so we're going to grab purple. One of. And I need some green. Oh, hell. Green. Nothing. Cactus. Have I not got any cactus? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, no. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and purple. Perfect. That gives us a collection. I think we're almost there. Think this through, John. Come on. I do need to make sure I've got another bucket of water. Then we need sugarcane. Take a stack, and I need some cactus. And that's more of a pig in. It's not the end of the world again, because we do have a desert somewhere. Oh, and it was nightfall. That was probably wise to check before we go off. Now I'm going to do 2 layers. Die. 2 layers of cactus and sugarcane farm. These things, they just do not want to die. But eventually we get normality. Okay. So, where's my sleeping bag gone? Where has my sleeping bag gone? haven't got a collection upgrade on this, have I? No. Don't know why that went in there then. Okay, doesn't matter. It is not important. What is important is I need... Don't really need the fruits off of these things, but gonna need a little bit of Caquitas, and then we'll level 1 for Cactus again. It's not going to be the fastest farm in the world, but because it's chunk loaded and this is a server, it will be always farming. And of course, because I'm going away in a week, it's going to be running 24/7 for over a week. So I suspect that I will have more than enough of everything that I want. Don't know whether I want any of those. What can you do with them? You can make a cooked prickly pear. And you can, just presumably that is, yeah, not really worth. Hi. I love these crabs, they're great. No matter what you think of Vasky's mods, those crabs make any negatives worthwhile. Although, yeah, there are areas that I think are suitable for improvement. Anyway, let me get us home so we can get on with this. Oh, I wanted to bring sand as well, didn't I, idiot? Okay. Oh, and there was a little bit of a lag spike there, interestingly enough. Don't need you, don't need you, you. Do need all of that. And sand. Should hopefully have some sand. Well, I know I've got sand because I've got sand that I've put in here. So there we go. Not the end of the world. 64, maybe a couple of stacks of sand. And I could have used pretty coloured sand, but no, that's not how I wanted to do it. Fly. That's fine. Okay, we are good, and we shall head over. We'll head over to the farm area, and we'll get the first layers of farm. Now, this bit of farm doesn't screw up when you turn it off, so I'm not worried about when I turn it off to build the next layers, because the cactus and sugarcane farm is relatively straightforward. And we are going to start off with, we're going to start off with a bit of flight. I wouldn't like to even, I mean, again, it's obviously doable, but there, so that's coming under here. Yeah, we'll come down 1 and then 2. Then we're going to come out 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. That is the crux of this, and then we shall glue all of this up. And we'll glue this up to the top. And we'll turn it on and we will find out which direction it's going. So it is going anti-clockwise. Okay, that's fine. So if it's going anti-clockwise, I want 3 harvesters there. It's actually only 3, not 4, because the edges, I think it's only 3 anyway. I have built this in a test world, and obviously, and then you need those as well. And those are going to glue, and that is going to glue. Then we need to go and put on our storage. Oops, hello, not there. There. And our kissy kiss. Oh no. There, and again, bit of gluage. that should be it. If we come to here, which is the point, so that will be there. That's 1, 2. So the other half of the kissy kiss goes there. And I'm sorry for the childish kissy kiss name, but it's kind of stuck. I need a hopper. Oh, if only I had a box that carried all of my redstone supplies in it. I mean, there's not many yet because I do need to automate the production there, but that does not matter. We're going to go into there. That will go around. It will kiss that drop, and then this will fall all the way to the bottom. I'll slow myself down at this point. We shall put in 1/2 of the ender chest system and that. So everything should fall. That's firebolt. Into that chest. Cool. So now all we need is a floor, water sources for the sugarcane, put all of the stuff in, and we can set it off. And the nice thing, because this is a single contraption, is I only need one set of storage interfaces. Kissy kisses. Sorry. It just sounds like such a good little name for it, doesn't it? A kissy kiss. And yeah, because everything that's on this one contraption will just drop everything that way. So we're going to extend this down 3, I think, for now. And again, we'll glue that up. And then what we need is stone and dirt. The one thing I didn't bring, oh damn it, and that's not the right place. That's not a good place for it. Let's put it there. Dark stone. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. What have I got loads of? Blackstone, cobblestone, cobbled deep slate will go with, because I can always quickly polish that. So that level there, that's the sand. So here. Like so. And and then we'll just fill this all in. Like so, and grab a little bit of glowstone. And because I'm going to be using sand, I want to put the... Normally I could get away with putting these in after the fact, but not today. You get sand and water everywhere if you do this any other way. And this is just to ensure that every single layer is well lit and lit well enough to grow as well. So that should be that. And then we can take our sand and go all the way around here. And we leave the edge. This is going to be a pain, isn't it? Actually, it's not too much of a pain. Okay. Leave the edge free. That's right. So I think I'm going to need to excavate a little bit back from here. just because what I've not really given thought to is the fact that I do need to block off the water flow on that side. Can I borrow a little bit of cobbled deep slate if you don't mind, sir? Now this is not important, this is just me wanting to keep things looking nice-ish, I suppose. We'll stick a torch on that as well. Boop, boop, boop. Again, we'll compile everything in that we don't use. And I should have, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Should have enough water to put a water source there and there. Yep. Water source there and there. That's fine there. I should really make the Britannia rod that makes water sources as well as the one that makes dirt, but I always somehow manage to forget to do that. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is dead space. I'll live with it though, because again, this is not about being super optimized. This is about a system that works. I mean, I could potentially put some water sources into the walls or something and stick a bit more sugar cane in, but that is one layer done. And what we should be able to do is set that off, and it will go round. We can take that and we could probably get away with the saw actually. I don't think the harvester was necessary. Now the harvester, the reason I ended up with the saws is because of that. But what we should see then is, hopefully, always gives me a proper sense of vertigo, that. Hopefully, yeah, it'll just drop down, go into there, and everything will be good. I'm going to repeat that for another level, and we'll have 2 levels of that style of farm, and then I need to work on the next levels, which are things. Now I'm probably going to stop that now and take the harvesters out because I don't think I need them. I think I can get away just with the saws. So I'll just double check it, but it definitely seemed to work fine using the saw, and it seems pointless wasting resource. But let me just do that quickly, and we shall lock it at the that position. So I don't think we need these at all. Because that's doing it all, isn't it? Now let's just put 3 in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. How do I unglue something? I've never actually worked that one out. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how to unglue something. Let me check that out, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I've done 2. I have actually gone and put those water source blocks in the corners and hidden them and put the put that in, so that should be absolutely fine. Goes round, does the kissy kissy, comes round here, does the same, goes round, kissy kissy, round again. And that is cactus and sugarcane sorted. Right, what next? I want to do the basic crops next. Wheat, all of the ones we've got in the farms above, I want to farm below. Oh, that is not the way to do that, was it? No, that was stupid. That's now pointing the wrong way. Probably just need to click it rather than shift click. Yep, there you go. And remember not to blow up your thing. That's fine though, and we should be able to just pop just in case, we should be able to pop a light source there. And maybe I should seal those in, but that's another thing. Okay, what else do we need to grow then? It's daytime, so we should be good to go outside. So, carrots, wheat being a big one. Potatoes, so those are the first 3, what's 1, 2, 3 layers, 4 layers, 5 layers, 6 layers, 7 layers. I put those on a different layer, but I think 8. I think you're looking at 8 layers to get all of the basic plant crops going, which is all doable. So that's fine. 8 layers. I'm going to try and get those put in kind of sequence. So we'll go and get the layers built, or at least the actual stone bit of the layer, because they're not going to be quite the same as this. They are going to come out of here. They're going to be too high, so it'll be to there, and then the farm will be there. Oh, bum. Okay, and I need to do the glowstone. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, it broke me. Buckets. No more buckets. From now on, only, where are we? Oh, no, 2 of those. A little bit of that going. Get the right thing. Crafting bench, rune of water, stick, water bottle. Right. You are no longer needed. Yeah, there's a point. I'm not doing 8 levels. I'm actually doing half and half on most of the levels except wheat, which I think we'll do multiple levels of. But just because I don't think, again, if it's chunk loaded and it's constantly harvesting, I don't think it's going to be long before I'm full of everything I'll ever need. All of the stuffs that we will ever need. Yeah, that can go there. So, I'm at this point now of putting in the dirt and getting it ready for hoeage, and so these are all ready to go. These are all happy, as is this one. Lots of growth there. So the dirt's gone in here, and I do need to grab a little bit of that because I got a little bit. So that will get plenty of hydration. And yes, you're going to be able to see the little bits, but I'll live, you know what I mean. So I'm going to put those in, then we'll come and hoe the yo bugger. We'll hoe these down, put the harvester arms in, of which I'm going to need another 12 of those, so I'll need to go and, well, I don't think I need to go and make them. I think I've got everything I need to make them. That's the entire point of the farm all the things and build all the stuff technique. Got a lag. Thank you. But that's fine. At least I don't need to worry about the water anymore. Which is good. So 2 down, 3 to go. Let's get the... we should have a hoe somewhere. It should be in here, shouldn't it? That's right. There we go. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, ho, 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 indeed. That one is... yeah, this is the top level. So this will just go in all like so. This layer will be wheat. The next layer down will be a mix of things, and the next layer after that a mix of things. Yeah, so this will basically come out like so. That's going to be a problem. I need to do this. See, your problem is when you place these, when it's not... do I need... I probably do. Yeah. When you place all of these, they're blocked so they ruin the farmland. Utterly ruin it. There you go. That one's done. And we just rinse and repeat as many times as we need. Nope. Let me go and set you off. It's going to take a little while to get around and do its first thing, but you know. Oh. Ow. No, no, no. That should be one further round. And that should be chucking those down, which is, you know, exactly how that should work. But now I've also gone and buggered up the farm, and this is the problem with it. If you screw it up, you bugger up the entire farmland. Now my thoughts are to bring it round to this side, because that will make it easier for me to manipulate. Let me... so it needs to go there, there. Why is that? Has that just got a lot of stuff in it? Yeah, that's no. Don't want to get that particular death message. That would be somewhat embarrassing. Okay. Let it go round till it comes to there and it locks. Then, so that's there. So that's one. That should be two. That should be on this side. Yes, it is. Excellent. Okay, so that means that this will be here. I can still get in and then hoeing and sowing this side will be a lot easier. Right, I've got to do that for another so many levels. So see you in a moment. Alright, I've got a weird problem here. So this is working. Everything is spinning around, doing its thing. And I've got my layers in. So layer 1 is, let me just grab that. And we'll stick you away for now. I might as well go away as well. We've got carrots, eggplants, onions, cabbage, beetroots, cucumbers, tomatoes and wheat. And everything looks fine. It's going around, it's doing its thing, and once it harvests it will drop them down. I had to get them running and then basically sow these ones, so I think we'll be, that might even, yeah, that was actually a harvest. However, I'd misglued this area, so I had to stop it, which meant I had to go back and do it all, which is why there's a chunk out there. But from here downwards, it just is doing stuff weird, and I am really unsure. Now, it's not the end of the world. That side is cucumbers, that side is tomatoes, and I'll be 8 tomato plants down and 8 cucumber plants down. You know, I'll live. It's annoying, but I'll live. Comes all the way down here. When we get to this layer, there's no more, and we drop off. Now, I have found while I was doing it a geode over here, so I might do something with that at some point. But right now, this should be, I still can't bring myself to actually allow myself to fall. This should be harvesting, and there we go, potato, there's beetroot there. So we should start getting all of these items. Now, I think we will get all of those, so we do need to void some items. And we probably need to be not here as well. I'm going to stick a torch there, and I am going to get a chunk loader here, which we will load that chunk. So in theory, I should be able to log back in a short period, or at some point, and have large quantities of those farmed items, which is nice. Now I am in 2 minds, because there's nothing to stop me actually putting that catch system at the bottom here, and having another catch system in different ender chests. So I'm in 2 minds whether to put this in the kitchen or not. I'm not going to for the time being. I'm going to go into our, in fact we might as well teleport over to our storeroom, and I need a barrel of the sophisticated barrel variety, and I need that to be a iron 1, but that would actually be better if it were, well, I don't know, say gold, and perhaps even better if it was a diamond, and that will give us a lot of storage. And then we need to go and get upgrades, and we want a need a couple, 1, 2, 3, actually I need 3 upgrades. I'm going to need one of those, which will be one of those, which will be one of those, and I think 8 stacks of anything is absolutely fine. Maximum, minimum, So that's one thing. I would like to have a void upgrade. Oh, I need should grab a couple of them. I need to go and trade for some more of those. Upgrade. Let me get a void upgrade going. Bonk. Can I make it an advanced void upgrade? I can. Good. Can't remember what that. I think that just gives me more filtering options, which I probably don't need, but there you go, that's fine. Compacting, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and that. and then we're going to make it an advanced compacting thing. And then I'm going to need a hopper, which I know I can get out of my bag, but let's just do that. And then we can find a place for this to live. Now that's where this could get a little bit complicated. I mean, that would be the obvious point for it. So if I grab that, pop that over there, we can stick the other half in there. I don't really mind about leaving it visible, to be honest. Like so, that should be filling up, so if it's visible I should be able to also see the hopper, shouldn't I? Let's put a compacting upgrade in, so that's going to compact cactus into a cactus batch. We're going to have a stack upgrade and a void upgrade. Well, good. What should I do with this? Stick it there. No, don't stick it there. Good, stick it there. Could stick it there. That would work. There you go. Got all the iron. Iron for days. Gold, pretty much for days as well, but there you go. So sugarcane bundles are coming in. We need probably to go and put spuds in. And what we should start to find is that these will automatically compact and go in. But eventually what I want to do is, well, I'm not too worried, to be honest, but eventually what I would like to do is limit them to so many stacks. So, you know, for example, we'll go with 1 stack of cactus, but maybe 4 stacks of cactus blocks, which if we look at those, they go back to 9. So it's just a lot easier to manage. I do want to basically have 1 stack of those, and then we'll void everything else. Yeah, I think that should be okay to do that. But you can get in the carrot crates. Eggplant seed we want to go. But as soon as these are in, and I've just got to wait for everything to kind of filter in at this stage, we'll be in a good position. So let me sort myself out a little bit more, and I will be back in a second. Alright, this is just preliminary. I haven't got enough cabbages, eggplants or wheat currently in the system. I might have enough wheat actually over here. Let me just have a look. Wheat. Yes, I do. I can take all of the wheat then, can't I? Because I don't need it in there, because it'll be in there. We can also take all of the seeds. And, right, do I have... I do have those set to void, so that's all good. But basically I'm locking these in, so that is 8 stacks of 9. 64 times 9, so you know there's going to be a lot of everything there. Sugarcane bundles, cactus bundles, carrot crates, just an awful lot of stuff. And I'm not sure whether therefore I will take all of that up a level and put that collection mechanism a bit at the base of that farm, and then put another farm underneath, which then collects into another series of chests and void, because I do want this to void. For example, I want it to void, well, it's got to void those, it's got to void those, it's got to void carrots when it's got to void beetroot. And I may actually run out of void options if I'm not careful. It's got to avoid wheat, and it's got to avoid cucumbers. And this space for a little bit more stuff in there. So I think that will work. We'll find out. Let me just double check my void upgrades on here, because that tells me how. That's set to allow. That was okay. And that one. Allow, and those items. Allow, and those items. So once they're full, they should. Let's really look. Oh, it hasn't actually got there yet. That's fine. What is it doing with that wheat? Void over. Oh, damn it. So that's what we need to fill this up with, basically. So we'll just fill this up, and that will be the thing. Yeah. All been well, this will work. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I'm going to continue looking at additional farms to put into that farm chunk. There's quite a few things I would like to harvest, you know, not least of which things like dripstone might be interesting, and anything that I can use with create to kind of sweep that out. It's got to be worthwhile, really. So just take all of those out and then put them in, and then just lock those slots in. And as soon as I get cabbage bundles and everything else, then I will be a happy boy. Well, I'm always a happy boy, but you know, happier. Oh, a little bit came in there. So yeah, we're just waiting for the rest of these slots to fill in now. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.